So what's Pietism? Well, I think the first thing we want to say is we're not just talking about history, about something that happened over in Germany 300 or 400 years ago. We're talking about a living option that can benefit us right here in the 21st century. And I think the way you'd know it is if you resonate with four instincts that we talk about in the book. First of all, what does it mean to be a Christian? Well, above anything else, it means that you experience a relationship with God, that you have life in Him and with Him and for Him and under Him. Prepositions, we say, not propositions. It's not enough simply to have belief in God. You have to experience life with God and also experience life with other Christians. So our second instinct is that at some level you believe Christians really are better together than apart. Something like Jesus's high priestly prayer in John 17 really speaks to your heart, and you lament the divisions of the church. And then third, well, what does it mean then? What does Christianity look like? What does the church look like? Well, it's probably both less than we think and more than we think. In some sense, it's not complicated. We make it much too complex. We have a long list of doctrines that separate us. We put too much weight on power and influence and wealth and prestige. And we kind of lose sight of the fact that it's really more than we think. There is amazing change here. We need to use phrases like new birth and new life to begin to encapsulate what it is that God is doing in us and then through us. And that leads us to our fourth instinct, which is, however bad it seems to be, Christians can have hope for better times. We are a resurrection people who live in active expectation that God continues to work in the world. So they're not infallible instincts. You can push them all too far. But if you resonate with at least a couple of those, we really do encourage you to read the Pietist Option and see how they might lead you to renewing yourself, the church, and the world.